You might be eating nuts that seem healthy, but could be silently damaging your arteries. Over 95% of seniors over 60 are unknowingly choosing the wrong types of nuts, which can silently raise blood pressure, trigger chronic inflammation, and contribute to dangerous artery blockages, setting the stage for a stroke or heart attack. What's alarming is this. The most popular nuts could be your hidden enemy, while some lesser-known ones might actually hold the key to protecting your heart and brain. In this video, we'll uncover the 5 must-eat nuts that may help prevent stroke, and the 10 worst nuts that older adults should avoid, especially if you're managing high blood pressure, inflammation, or diabetes. Before we dive into the list, I want to tell you a quick story about Thomas. Thomas is 76 years old and lives in a quiet town in Pennsylvania. Every Saturday morning, you'll find him in his garage, wiping down the same old lawnmower he's kept running for nearly 30 years. The scent of motor oil fills the air, and classic country music hums softly from a dusty radio in the corner. It's his little ritual. He says, "Keeps my hands busy and my mind sharp." But here's what you wouldn't know unless you looked closer. Despite his doctor's warning about standing too long, Thomas refuses to stop. He brushes it off, saying he feels fine. What he doesn't realize is that while he's stubbornly staying on his feet, he's also snacking on his favorite honey-roasted peanuts, a habit he picked up years ago. He believes they're healthy because they're nuts. But what Thomas doesn't know is that these sweet-coated nuts are packed with sugar, salt, and bad fats, the very combination that silently fuels inflammation, raises blood pressure, and stiffens blood vessels. Just last month, he nearly passed out in the garage. His blood pressure had spiked, a warning his doctor called a ticking time bomb for stroke. If you or someone you love has a daily routine like Thomas, filled with good intentions but hidden risks, this video is your chance to pause and reflect.
1. Any heavily salted nuts. Picture this. You're trying to keep your body's plumbing, your blood vessels, clear and flowing smoothly. But then, you unknowingly pour something in that dangerously cranks up the water pressure. That's exactly what happens when you eat heavily salted nuts. Whether it's peanuts, almonds, or cashews, that thick coat of salt turns them from friend to foe. Why so dangerous? The main culprit is sodium. When you consume too much sodium, your body holds on to extra water, like a sponge. This increases your blood volume, forcing your heart to work harder and putting immense pressure on your blood vessel walls. Over time, these pipes, especially the delicate ones in your brain, weaken and can easily get clogged or burst, and that's a stroke. Many think it's just a little salt, right? But the savory taste of salted nuts often makes us eat far more than intended. A small handful can pack a sodium punch, easily exceeding what health experts recommend for those over 60, particularly if you already have blood pressure concerns. Did you know that simply cutting back on salt is one of the most powerful steps you can take to control your blood pressure and protect your brain from the storm of a stroke? This isn't just advice, it's a survival strategy. So, next time you're at the nut aisle, will you still be tempted by those glistening, salty morsels, or will you choose safety for yourself?
2. Sugar-coated or candied nuts. Those chocolate-covered almonds or sugar-glazed pecans look tempting, don't they? They might seem healthier than regular candy because there's a nut inside. But the truth is, once a nut is drenched in sugar, it's no longer your friend. It becomes a sweet betrayer, silently inching you closer to a stroke. Every time you eat these candy-coated nuts, your body endures a flood of sugar. Your blood sugar spikes, forcing your body to scramble to control it. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, a short step away from type 2 diabetes. And here's the crucial part. Diabetes is an enemy to your blood vessels. It damages brain blood vessels, making them prone to blockages. Did you know that people with diabetes have double the risk of stroke? And there's more. Excess sugar also acts as a catalyst for simmering inflammation throughout your body. This inflammation is like scratching the lining of your blood vessels, allowing plaque, like rust clogging pipes, to build up. When blood flow to the brain is restricted, a stroke is often inevitable. So is that fleeting sweetness worth risking your long-term brain health?
3. Dirty nut butters. Peanut butter or almond butter can be nutritious, but only when they're pure. Sadly, many nut butter jars on supermarket shelves are packed with unwelcome additives, turning them from a friend to a foe for your heart health and stroke risk. The most dangerous culprit lurking inside is hydrogenated oil, also known as trans fat. Manufacturers add it to make the butter smoother and prevent oil separation. But what's the cost? This trans fat is like a silent saboteur. It skyrockets bad cholesterol, LDL, knocks down good cholesterol, HDL, and fans the flames of inflammation in your body. The result? Plaque, those dangerous roadblocks, readily forms in your arteries, including critical brain arteries, increasing your risk of a stroke-causing blockage. And it doesn't stop there. Many commercial nut butters are also stuffed with added sugar for sweetness and salt for flavor. Excess sugar, as we know, is an ally of inflammation and insulin resistance. Salt directly raises blood pressure, adding more strain to an older adult's already vulnerable vascular system. So how do you choose wisely? The answer is on the label. Look for jars where the only ingredients are nuts and maybe a tiny bit of salt. If you see oil separating on top, don't worry, that's a good sign. Just stir it in and enjoy the real deal, instead of inviting hidden enemies into your body.
4. Compromised cashews. Raw plain cashews might offer some benefits thanks to magnesium, but be careful. Most cashews you see out there, those glistening with oil and coated in salt, are a different story and not a good one for your stroke prevention efforts. When cashews are dunked in cheap vegetable oils rich in omega-6 like soybean or corn oil for roasting, they inadvertently fuel simmering inflammation in your body. An imbalance between too much omega-6 and too little omega-3 is a recipe for chronic inflammation, damaging blood vessel walls and increasing the risk of blood clots, a direct cause of stroke. Not to mention, high roasting temperatures can burn off valuable nutrients and create unwanted compounds. And if they're salted, your blood pressure will take the hit, increasing pressure on brain blood vessels that need protection. So, if you still love the taste of cashews, what's the smartest choice? Reach for raw, unsalted cashews or dry roast them yourself at home.
5. Problematic pecans. Natural pecans, with their good fats and antioxidants, can be a friend, but when they transform into luscious pecan pies or shiny candied pecans, they become a bittersweet temptation, threatening your efforts to prevent a stroke. The problem isn't the pecan itself, but the army of sugar and unhealthy fats that come with it. Imagine a pecan pie, corn syrup, sugar, butter, all creating a bomb of sugar and calories. This explosion sends your blood sugar soaring, eventually leading to insulin resistance and diabetes, conditions that severely damage brain blood vessels. Plus, the bad fats in these treats pave the way for plaque buildup, narrowing the path for blood to reach your brain. Even pecans simply coated in sugar are enough to cause inflammation and weight gain. So what's the solution? Let pecans keep their natural simplicity. Choose raw, unadulterated pecans and enjoy them in moderation.
6. Camouflaged trail mixes. Trail mix. The name sounds so healthy, evoking a sense of energy. But don't be quick to trust that disguise. Many prepackaged trail mixes are actually dens of sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats cleverly camouflaged, posing a hidden risk to your stroke prevention journey. Let's try to unmask the ingredients. Sweet milk chocolate, eye-catching M&Ms, raisins bathed in a yogurt coating, which is often just sugar and bad oils, or dried fruits that are already sweet and then get an extra dose of sugar.
All these temptations turn a good idea into a sugar bomb waiting to explode in your body, causing blood sugar spikes and fanning the flames of inflammation, a shortcut to a stroke. And that's not all. The nuts and seeds starring in these mixes are also often heavily salted, contributing to your high blood pressure. Sometimes they're even roasted in unhealthy oils. The outcome? A small handful of this healthy trail mix can contain as many calories, sugar, and salt as a candy bar. So instead of being fooled, why not create your own mix from raw, unsalted nuts and a little unsweetened dried fruit?
7. Macadamias can become a burden. Macadamia nuts, with their rich, buttery taste and beneficial monounsaturated fats, sound so appealing. But this very richness in fat holds a double-edged sword, especially if you're trying to manage your weight to prevent a stroke. Remember, macadamias are among the champions of calories and fat. Just a few small nuts, about 10 to 12, contain a significant amount of calories, similar to a small snack. Without control, frequently munching on them can easily lead to weight gain. And we all know excess weight is a traveling companion to high blood pressure, bad cholesterol, and diabetes, a dangerous trio that significantly increases stroke risk. Not to mention, these fatty gems on the market are often seasoned with extra salt or roasted in unhealthy oils, unintentionally adding the burden of sodium and harmful fats. So, if you've fallen for the taste of macadamias, be a smart consumer. Choose raw, unsalted ones, and most importantly, treat them as a rare indulgence, just a few nuts at a time.
8. Nuts roasted in unhealthy oils. Whether it's almonds, peanuts, or pumpkin seeds, once they're bathed in unhealthy vegetable oils for roasting, they're no longer an optimal choice for your blood vessel health. Manufacturers often use this method to enhance flavor and shelf life, but the price you might pay is a hidden stroke risk. Cheap oils like soybean or corn oil are typically very high in omega-6 fatty acids. When this omega-6 is severely out of balance with omega-3, which is often lacking in modern diets, your body faces chronic inflammation. Imagine this inflammation as a smoldering fire, slowly melting and damaging your blood vessel walls, allowing plaque to form. This is the path to hardened arteries, narrowing brain blood vessels, and increasing stroke risk. Not to mention, heating oil to high temperatures also creates harmful free radicals, further fueling the inflammatory fire. So, how do you avoid this trap? It's simple. Prioritize raw nuts or dry roasted varieties, meaning roasted with hot air, no oil needed.
9. Honey roasted nuts. Honey roasted sounds so natural and healthy, doesn't it? But don't let that pretty name fool you. Many honey roasted nuts actually contain more refined sugar than actual honey, turning them into a sweet trap for your health, especially your stroke risk. Whether it's honey or sugar, when a thick layer coats the nuts and they're roasted, the final product is very high in overall sugar. Regularly eating these sweet morsels will make your blood sugar dance, putting pressure on your insulin system and gradually leading to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. And diabetes, as we know, is a close friend of stroke. It doesn't stop there. Manufacturers might also bonus in some salt to balance the sweetness, or roast them in unhealthy oils. The result is a combo of sugar, salt, and bad fats. So instead of believing in the halo effect of the word honey, add a tiny bit of raw honey to plain nuts yourself if you like them sweet. That's the smart way to enjoy them, not by trading your health. You won't believe this, but the final enemy on this blacklist could be lurking right in your own kitchen, even with nuts you once thought were best. It's the condition of nuts that have gone rancid.
Whether it's nutritious walnuts or crunchy almonds, once the fats in them oxidize from improper storage or being kept too long, they turn into free radical bombs. Eating these nuts not only means losing nutrients, but also directly causes oxidative stress, damaging blood vessel linings, promoting inflammation and plaque buildup, the shortest path to a stroke. Always smell them carefully before eating.
And these 5 nuts could save your life from a stroke. 1. Walnuts. If there's one champion in the nut world for brain protection and stroke prevention, it's the walnut. What makes the difference? It's their outstanding content of alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, a precious plant-based omega-3. Imagine ALA as an elite cleanup crew, constantly calming the smoldering fires of inflammation in your blood vessels, a primary cause of hardened arteries. When inflammation subsides, your blood vessel walls become softer and more elastic, like clear highways for blood to flow to your brain. ALA also helps to rein in bad cholesterol, or LDL, and can gently lower blood pressure. And that's not all. Walnuts are a treasure trove of antioxidants, protecting brain cells and blood vessels from free radical attacks. Just a small handful of raw, unsalted walnuts daily, about 7 whole nuts, is a fantastic booster shot of health. Will you overlook this fantastic companion? 2. Almonds. The 2 most potent weapons in almonds are vitamin E and magnesium. Picture the vitamin E in almonds as an invisible suit of armor, shielding your delicate blood vessel cells from free radical assaults. More importantly, it prevents bad cholesterol, or LDL, from oxidizing, that dangerous rusting process that starts plaque buildup, clogging your arteries. When bad cholesterol stays clean, your arteries remain much clearer and more flexible. And magnesium? It's like a skilled conductor, helping to relax the muscles in your blood vessel walls, allowing them to gently widen. As a result, your blood pressure is better regulated, easing the burden on the plumbing system that carries blood to your brain. Plus, the good fats and fiber in almonds also help to sweep away cholesterol and stabilize blood sugar. Just a small handful of raw, unsalted almonds daily, about 23 nuts, gives your body a precious double dose of benefits. Will you overlook this fantastic companion?
3. Pistachios, champions of circulation. A noteworthy component in pistachios is L-arginine. Our bodies use L-arginine to produce nitric oxide, NO, a molecule capable of relaxing and widening blood vessels. When vessel walls are flexible and not constricted, blood can easily move throughout the body, helping to regulate blood pressure and ensure the brain always receives enough oxygen and essential nutrients. A clear circulatory system is fundamental to minimizing the risk of ischemic stroke. Additionally, pistachios provide a significant amount of antioxidants, helping to protect blood vessel walls from damage caused by free radicals. They also contribute to maintaining stable cholesterol and blood sugar levels. A serving of unsalted pistachios, for example, about a small handful daily, can be a wise addition to your diet. 4. Brazil nuts. This nut is one of the richest natural sources of selenium you can find. Selenium is an essential trace mineral that acts as a key component of powerful antioxidant enzymes in your body. These enzymes, particularly glutathione peroxidase, serve as a defense line, protecting brain cells and the delicate lining of blood vessel walls from free radical attacks. Oxidative stress caused by free radicals is a major factor driving artery hardening and narrowing. Additionally, selenium is involved in regulating inflammatory responses in the body. Chronic inflammation can increase the risk of blood clots. By boosting antioxidant capacity and helping control inflammation, selenium from Brazil nuts contributes to maintaining blood vessel health. However, it's crucial to remember you only need a very small amount. 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day is enough. Exceeding this can lead to selenium toxicity. Therefore, view Brazil nuts as a special micronutrient supplement that requires very careful use.
5. Flax seeds and chia seeds, the omega-3 and fiber duo. Although technically seeds, flax seeds and chia seeds deserve a spot on this list for their significant contributions to heart and brain health, effectively helping you prevent a stroke. They are a treasure trove of alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, a plant-based omega-3 with superior anti-inflammatory capabilities. ALA acts like a mediator, calming inflammatory reactions in blood vessels, helping the inner lining of vessels, the endothelium, stay healthier. This contributes to regulating blood pressure and reducing triglycerides, important factors related to stroke risk. Besides this, both flax and chia seeds are extremely rich in fiber. The soluble fiber in them acts like a magnet, pulling bad cholesterol out of your body, while also slowing sugar absorption to help stabilize blood sugar, an undeniable benefit, especially since diabetes is a traveling companion to stroke. Notably, flax seeds also contain lignans, plant compounds with strong antioxidant effects. To get the most benefit, flax seeds need to be ground. Simply adding 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed or chia seeds to your daily meals, like smoothies or oatmeal, gives your body an extra protective energy boost. Don't miss our next video on early warning signs and comprehensive prevention strategies, because sometimes a small change today can save a life tomorrow.